Alright, so here's my video. I told you I wanted to do videos on some of the seasons of The Simpsons. I'm not sure about how many I'm going to do. I could do all 30. That'd be a lot and very hard to do. But yeah, let's just talk about season 1. And here's my review of it. This is probably the worst out of all the Simpsons Golden Age seasons, I would say. The animation is terrible. Well, it's not terrible, but it's very poor. The earlier seasons of the Rugrats were ugly and gross, and the Simpsons have gotten so much more refined over the years in animation and stuff like that, and that kind of style is a lot better nowadays. And also, this season focuses more on the family. So there's episodes about just Bart's character and Lisa and Marge and Homer, and there's no episodes on Maggie because she's a baby. There wouldn't be anything that interesting. But the point is that there are episodes about them, and there's only 13 episodes in the season, which is but this show was just starting out, so they weren't given much of a budget. Some of the audio was pretty bad. The earlier episodes look very, very weird in the season. The animation gets better towards the end of the season, what happened was with The Simpsons is that they were shorts on the Tracy Ullman show, and then they picked up the show as a series because those were so popular, but they only gave them like 13 episodes, and they greenlit it after a holiday special was so popular, and so that's kind of what happened here. And I did watch these on my Disney Plus account, and they are in the wrong aspect ratio, which personally I've never seen some of these episodes, so I'm not super irritated about it. I'm honestly not. I know some people, it's a very big deal because it ruins jokes, and I agree that is a bad thing. But unfortunately, I've never seen the episodes in the correct aspect ratio, so I can't tell you what jokes I'm missing, what's happening. I'm just seeing what I'm seeing on the screen, and I think there's been a report that they're going to fix that. So whenever they do that, cool, great. Until then, whatever. Another thing about this is there's not many characters in this season. Like you see Barney, Mo, you see Ned for like a few cameos, and you see other characters. But on the long run, you're not seeing characters in the Simpsons world because this season, like I said, is mostly focused on the family, introducing us to these characters, and a lot of people really love Bart. And I think Bart's episodes are the weakest in this season. I think Marge has the second weakest. I think Lisa has like one episode, and that's one of the best of the season. And I think Homer has some of the best episodes in the season, because his character just has the most complexity to it. And the problem with Marge is always focused on the marriage, and it's always like, wow, their marriage is failing. And they're going to get back together because there's like 30 seasons of The Simpsons, and this is literally a plot that they do every single season multiple times. So it's kind of boring. It's not that these episodes are terrible, because like I said, these were the first time it ever happened, but now they're so overdone and drawn out that it's just like making me go back to this is like, ugh. I'm tired of that. And it's nice to see a time where Bart is not, is a, just a troublemaking kid that has good intentions, instead of just what. He is so evil to the point where he's like okay with people dying in some of the later seasons. I'm like, good gosh, kid. And it's also nice to see Homer being a good provider and a good dad who's not just an idiot who can't do nothing right. I mean, sure, he's kind of oblivious and doesn't do everything right, but he's not a full-on idiot. He's not Peter Griffin, for crying out loud. So, I really like that. The season overall, the comedy is not very good in this season because there really isn't that many jokes being told. There's some funny ones for sure, but the comedy is at its weakest in terms of the golden age of The Simpsons because it gets way worse later on. And it's nice to see Apu again after he was just removed from The Simpsons, which is really sad. But yeah, that's what happened. I'm really happy that the Simpsons episodes are on Disney Plus because, like I said, I was never able to watch some of these. Unfortunately, not all the episodes were on there. I will never see the Michael Jackson episode unless Disney decides to release that, which they probably won't, which is incredibly sad. And I believe it's part of the creators not wanting that to happen, which is retarded. But hey, what are you gonna do? It's their work. They can do what they want with it. Just like George Lucas. But, that's kind of my thoughts on the first season of The Simpsons. I do recommend this season if you wanted, I would just watch the Christmas special, honestly, and then I think I'd just skip this season because everything this season does right, the next season does better. And I'll talk about that in the review of the second season. It took me a while. I've had Disney Plus for 3 weeks now, and I haven't finished, there's a week or two, I haven't finished, I just finished the first season of The Simpsons, so I'm kind of doing these at my own pace. I'm not going to rush through the season. I'm just watching every episode when I have time to do so, and I had time to do so because I'm just laying around till I go see Jojo Rabbit again. So, so that's kind of where we're at. Let me know your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe, do all that, And what's your favorite episode of Simpsons? What's your favorite character? And what's your favorite character that's not out of the family? Slideshow Bob, that's my favorite. That is my favorite right there. Especially when he becomes evil, because he is great as a villain. He is so good. I love him. And I'm thinking about doing another full collection video at the beginning of this year, 2020, when that comes around. But I don't know if you guys want to see that. Let me know if you do. I need to clean up this place, number one, tell them so, But like, share, subscribe, do all that, blah, blah, blah. I'm done talking about whatever I'm talking about. So yeah. Still working on that video for Encore. Because that's the last thing I have to talk about with Disney Plus. Because I'm not going to talk any about the documentaries and different things. Because, frankly, those are a little bit more difficult to review. And I don't like talking about documentaries. It's not that I don't like documentaries. It's just talking about them isn't all that great. Unless there's something like Won't You Be My Neighbor, which is legitimately really good and you should watch. So